This is not just a regular show. This is a show that uses the spade to dig up matters concerning entertainment, culture, family, academics, and everything that concerns the life of youth. My name is Chef Bongs, and this is Dig with D. And I am so happy. My co-host is back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. I was gone for episode 2. I had personal stuff to deal with, but I'm back, better than ever. The last time you saw me was like in episode 1.
Yes, 1.
I was 19 and searching.
Oh,
20 now.
20 and
big boy things. And it just feels great to be back behind the camera, doing what I love to do, and just being on the show. I'm just so happy to be have my host back.
Yeah. So are you searching or you are not searching? Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Okay, so like I said, this is a show that contains everything you love. And we have a guest today. And in fact, I promised myself and I promised the viewers that I would not ask the guests about themselves. Before the show, I will go and dig up about them. So if they do bad thing, I go check the bad thing, I go measure the bad thing for the world to hear. Yeah. But none of our guests have such to their names. And today's guest, let me sit down well. I went to ChatGPT, my favorite place to check things, and I searched. This is what I asked. I am hosting a show, and my guest name is Nkese Bocco. Do you know her? This is what ChatGPT said. Nkese Bocco is a known figure in the Nigerian entertainment and culture space, particularly in Calabar and Cross River region. She's best known as a dancer, choreographer, actor, and a cultural ambassador, and also a costumier, especially in relation to the Carnival Calabar. Often hailed as Nigeria's biggest street party, Nkese is passionate about preserving and promoting African heritage through dance and performance. And she's been a central figure in various cultural events, stage productions, and carnival band, especially Seagull Band. She's also seen as a mentor and a role model to young dancers. She's outspoken, confident, and deeply rooted in her identity as a woman and as an African. She's also been involved in conversations about body confidence, women empowerment, and authenticity in the creative industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Nkese Bocco! Yes! Hey, girl!
Oh, hi, guys.
What's up? Welcome.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, we're happy to have you. You're looking all beautiful and all.
Honestly, I had no idea when you said that we were going to have someone on the show. You didn't tell me who it was. And I just had no idea we were bringing on an absolute celebrity on the show today.
No, one thing about Dig with is that we cannot bring less.
Only the best.
Only the best of the best. Welcome, Nkese, also known as NK. Welcome. So, aside from what we know, what we've heard, tell us a bit more about Nkese Bocco.
I think you guys have exposed me.
Okay.
You said all there is to me. I'm a graduate of Department of Theatre and Media Studies.
A thespian indeed.
Yeah, the first child in a family of 5.
Oh, glory. How many boys, how many girls?
Two boys. I'm the only girl. My brothers are twins, so...
Okay, so
I'm also into makeup, especially face makeup. Yeah, and cultural makeup. So
great.
I think that's everything.
Okay. Okay, so tell us a bit about your life as a dancer.
Okay.
How it started for you.
So, as a child, I know almost everybody did this. Going to parties. I want to dance, be the best, so you can win a goodie pack.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was dedicated to those.
I didn't actually do that.
With my short skirt and my waist, I cannot move.
Almost, mom baby.
Chaos, very serious. So I think it started from then, and my mom was like, "You like dancing, no?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, mommy. Well. But then my dad wanted me to study law because, our parents prominent and all of that.
Cool.
But then I was very rebellious as a child. And they gave me money to register for JAM, and I went to register for theatre arts. And my dad had no idea until I came to give him my admissions letter, and he saw theatre arts. and well,
Jesus.
from
So
there
audacity, audacity is plenty. I love it.
You get
well, I knew what I wanted from life, you know. I just knew that I wanted to be in the arts and all of that. So I had to just find a way to get into it. So from my first year in school, I was a very shy person.
Right.
Like I tried to stay away from acting, from dancing, from everything that had to do with the arts. I only focused on my academics and all of that because I had stage fright. So it was from my second year in school where there's this course we do, we call it dance and music.
Okay.
It's taught by the great, most amazing Auntie Margaret Edet.
Okay.
So and that course is supposed to like give you an eye opener to what dance and music is. You don't have a choice, you must pass. So that was when I started going into dance fully,
Okay.
learning how to do some dances. I first learned the Akpasa dance. People in theater, you guys know this dance. Akpasa is very, very prominent.
Okay.
Yeah, so from Akpasa, I now got under the tutorship of Auntie Mary, my mother.
Oh,
Auntie Mary
right.
Asu.
Yeah.
She's amazing. From my third year in school, she taught me choreography and kinesthetics in year 3, and that was where she is the one that made me love dance, like fully love dance, because she explained. At first I thought dance is just movement of the body. That's all there is to it. I had no idea there was a theoretical part to dance. So she's the one that made me understand that you can actually write dance down. Like you can write movement, you can write the meaning of
dance.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I had no idea.
What learning?
The vibes are vibes.
Once you just move your body to the left, to the right,
bro.
that's all.
Bro,
What are you writing?
Honestly.
Then I discovered that that's more than Yahooze, more than Lucky, more than all this stuff.
Yeah.
So she taught me more of that, and that's when I just fell in love with dance.
Great.
But when I knew I was going to get deeply rooted in dance was when I met my now boss, Olushide Charles, aka the dancer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we started as the African Creative Academy, and then metamorphosed into Borderless Creative Hub.
Okay.
So that man is exceptional. That man he's everything and more. The dance lord does not even do him justice, because he's the one that taught me what dance really is.
Okay.
And the great part is that he and I actually worked under Madam Mary at some point, but we did not meet. Like we did not meet until later on in life when I came across him again, and our love for dance just bonded us.
Great. That's great.
Now
That's
I'm
great.
here. So yeah, that's it.
Lovely story. I would like to ask, in how's the dance in Carnival? Because I don't know. There's this transcending of choice of dances. How are the choice of dances made? Because I know for a fact that in Carnival you dance with a story.
Yeah.
So how do you make those kind of choices when it comes to Carnival, Calabar?
Let's say last year the theme was shared prosperity, right?
Right.
So for the children's carnival, I was saddled with the responsibility of teaching a section that was coined naivety of childhood, right? So I had to create dance movements that portray being naive for children. So you have all those, people that are naive always are very inquisitive, always wanted to know more, wanted to ask questions because they don't actually know what's going on at all. So I had to sit with myself and try to derive movements that can express these things. Because there's a script we follow that the whole band is given. Okay. And then our manager breaks down, different sections that we want to play out. And then everybody's given their own section to just create to it. Okay. And Mr. Olushile's Charles, he's our chief choreographer in Seagull Band. So
great.
Whenever we need help, we just go to him. Okay, so this is my thought. This is what I want to do. And just guide you. So, yeah, basically that's it.
So, have you indulged in because there's general culture in dance of freestyle.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the general freestyle atmosphere? Because then freestyle has fallen into TikToks and all these other videos and stuff.
Yeah. So I think freestyle is mostly expression, right? Yeah. So I could, for instance, if you play a song for me, I could freestyle based on how I feel at the moment or how the song makes me feel or the vibe at that point. So maybe you put me in a circle of people and everybody's going, go Nke, go Nke. So I'll be wanting to just show off my whole vibe and
your best dance and everything.
Yes, and bring that thing that is authentically me. Yeah, because everybody has a style.
Yeah.
For instance, I would say my style is a twist of pop, hip hop, a bit of cultural,
Mm.
and perhaps a little bit of K-pop. So it's just like a fusion of a lot of things. But I like a lot of genres of
Me, my style is anything my body moves.
You have one
However,
style,
my body
one
moves.
style.
However, you move, you
Yeah,
move.
viber. Absolutely, that's a viber. Just vibe.
You
Okay,
just
that's a
vibe.
style.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm
No,
a viber.
I think-
People, I'm a viber.
I think I might be a viber too because I don't really have moves like that.
What do we know how to write? I'm a viber. People, don't
Honestly.
forget that. Okay, so please. Okay, so I like to ask, yeah, what's that one thing you wish people knew about dancers that they completely misunderstood? What is that thing that people misunderstand about
Wait,
dancers?
where did you? That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
I did not
Boy,
expect that from
stop
you.
it. There's sense fuming out of my head.
Okay, so I would say dance is not like, for instance, somebody calls you for a performance and it's like, oh, please, I need you and your girls to dance for me at a so and so event, and you're like, okay, so the bill is 300,000, and the
Yeah.
person goes, for 5 minutes dance.
Okay.
You're like, man, no, it's more than that. Or she's like, no, it's just for people to just come around and
And
move
move
now.
body.
That's all. Dance is not that. I've been dancing for over a decade now.
Wow.
It has taken
10
me-
years, people.
Experience dancer.
10 years.
Experience
Some
dancer.
people were just,
So,
All of you who see
we
that
are not
post
having
and you're
somebody
watching all
small.
these videos of all these dancers and you think they are just doing it for
She's
fun.
not starting
10 years,
today.
bro.
10 years.
10 years, don't play.
because,
Don't
bro,
play.
Yeah.
it has taken me time to develop myself. For instance, I give myself goals every month. There's a movement or a stunt or a trick I see online or somewhere, or somebody does it or something, and I want to learn it. Sometimes during the process of learning, I can get injured that will keep me incapacitated for months. I have to stay away from dance. So the healing process is another time.
Yeah.
So you're not just paying for that 5 minutes of me dancing. You're paying for all the work I have put into
Exercises.
better
Yeah.
myself,
Yes,
to
yes.
give you a better experience of the entertainment that you want.
Yeah.
But people feel like it's just dance now, and then they'll not use one very cliche group of
Yeah.
words. They'll be like, oh, it's ordinary dance now. Bro,
Yeah.
it's not ordinary. It's
Yeah.
not ordinary. Let me
Okay,
just
can
say
I
it
can
now.
I ask something?
Mhm.
So people would like to categorize like seriousness or severity of situations because of what they see with their eyes and probably how easy it may seem or how easy you guys make it look.
Yes.
So with dance injuries specifically, what is like a misconception people have? Because people can just look at something and say it's not that serious.
It's not deep like that.
It's not that deep.
Mm.
Like relax. You're over exaggerating.
Yeah.
What's like the worst injury you've had to face like so far?
Okay, so there was a stage play we did in I don't know, I can't remember if it was 2022 or 2023. It was called The Masquerade Returns. It was like
Okay.
a sequel to The Masquerade,
Masquerade,
that was
okay.
under the Lighthouse Hub Productions. And on stage, I was playing the character Medusa that happened to be very spiritual. She was a wicked person, totally.
Yeah.
And on stage, I twisted my ankle. Like my ankle legit just shifted this way. And I was supposed to do contortions, flexibility movements, and all of that. And it happened on stage with the lights on. And I walked out with that leg. When I got backstage, I cracked it back. I still had 2 more dances to do. And I went back on stage and I continued. I told no one. I think I told just a few people, like after the show had
After
happened,
the
I'm like,
show.
this is what happened to me. And they were like, are you serious? We did not see that happen. I had a colleague that also got injured that same day, praise. Like she twisted her knee. Until today, she can't dance anymore because it got that bad. But there are some of us that we told ourselves that that's
This is the
reason
dance
we have.
that I've
Yes.
put
So
inside.
we'll do it regardless. But it was great. I think that's been my craziest injury ever. Yeah. But every other thing-
Can I just say I really respect people in the arts because of their dedication
Yes.
and the insane level of
Audacity.
audacity.
They want to just.
The fact that in your mind all you're saying is the show must go on is crazy.
Fair,
Theater
fair.
art says the show must go on.
Yeah.
I promise you, if I twist my ankle, I'm gone. I'm gone.
That's the end,
I'm not,
don't you
pushing
know?
I'm not pushing myself more than that. But
Right.
It's crazy that you guys get
You
to
don't
do
have a
that
choice
consistently.
actually. So there was
Yeah.
I think I can't remember what year. I think it was 2018, 2019.
Okay.
I was playing the carnival. I think the theme that year was Africanism. So I was playing this section, Zulu, was the Zulu section.
Yeah.
And our dance had me splitting like every judging point. And from the first judging point, I was wearing like a short skirt with all, you know how Zulu guys dress with beads and everywhere. And the first split I did, my ankle, my knee, and my thigh was badly bruised from the very first judging point. And so I went to our band leader and I'm like, Mama, I don't think I can do this anymore. She said, Enke, It's a part of the dance, so you're going to do it until
Like, it's the fact that they just make it very
don't
simple.
worry, you
I'm
can
not-
figure it out. You're a very strong girl. I know you can do this. I'm like, ma, look at my leg, I'm bleeding. She said, oh, you should bring me bandage, bring me bandage. In fact, don't worry about bandages, you should bring alcohol, just pour it on her leg. They poured it, and I had to do it every judging point. And obviously, you're dancing on quota. So imagine every time you do it, I split, you get injured again. Like, it's like the injury keeps expanding and expanding. And I didn't have a choice. I did it until the final judging point at the stage.
Sorry, you split on quota.
Yes.
Not me.
And the judge, you have to like.
It can never be me.
I promise you, I don't have that level. I don't have that level.
You see, the judges it was.
You have to jump for the splits. It's like a Zulu thing. Zulu guys are
You will jump.
so you jump.
You will not split.
So you can't control the fall.
No, it's not me. Next question, please. Okay, so this is about costuming, yeah?
Okay.
Have you ever been pressured to wear something that is very uncomfortable for the sake of entertainment?
Yeah.
Because we see some of our dancers, especially in Carnival, Calabar Carnival, where they wear some exposing stuff and everything. So has there ever been that point where you're pressured to wear something that is uncomfortable?
I wouldn't call it pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just, because everything is for the fulfillment, so we can achieve, the vision that the producer and everybody has.
Yeah, once.
So I was a part of this film, Festa 77. I don't think it's been released yet. And I had to play one of the fella girls. Now, if you know anything about fella girls, they usually wear just white panties to do their dances. Fellas, if you watch Fella's story, you'll see it. So they wear just white panties and then maybe bras and stuff like that. And so when I was given the costume, I'm like, ma,
Is this all?
this all
It's complete.
Is this what I'm supposed to wear? And she's like, yeah, just go and dress and come back. I'm like, my wait, you're not joking. Like, this is. She said, yes, okay, just go and dress. And I'm like, oh, okay. So after dressing, I'm going back to the dressing room and changing. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, my family people.
They will never burn you. They're gonna call a meeting on top of your head.
Honestly, if you know anything about Nigerian families, they are going to
Leave Nigerian mothers and aunties.
They are going to flip.
It's gone.
They are going to flip.
I was just imagining the family meeting. They'll call on top of my head. I was imagining
They will start from phone calls.
Yes. They'll be like, this, you don't want to marry. You want your wife
to sell everything out to the public.
And I didn't have a choice, and then I had to be the lead for all the girls that were there, because I was the one choreographing the dance for the girls. So I did not have a choice. At some point, I almost told myself, okay, let me just say I'm not doing it again. Then one part just was like, you don't sign a contract, so there's no going back here, so you have to do it. So I did it. When you see the film, you see what I mean.
Let me ask this. As a woman in the industry and doing all this, have you ever felt like there's a point where they are trying to take advantage of the fact that you're a woman? That's one. And kind of over-sexualize your image as a woman?
Yeah. There's been points like that, Sometimes it's unconscious for even the people that are doing it, like the guys that do it. They don't know they're over-sexualizing you, but there's always that little thing that comes. So you're the one that has to like call their attention to it and make them understand.
Hold up.
Stop. Hello, stop.
You
can't talk to me that way. You can't make me do that if I do not want to do it. It does not work with the vision. Why are you pushing it on me? And all of that. And then most times, being a lady in the dance industry, we are made to seem like the weaker vessel. People already say we are the weaker vessel. I'm not the weaker vessel, bro. I am the weaker vessel. Because everything a man can do in dance, I can do it too. Except I do not want to do it.
Okay.
So it's about a mindset, I think. So I try to push myself twice as hard as the guys. Most times I feel like I'm going to gas out on stage and I'm dancing with guys. Like because in my team we have more guys than girls that are So when I'm dancing, perhaps like we have 5 guys that are dancing, I'm the only female. I have to match up my energy with the guys. Like you will see me struggling to match up my energy with the guys and still make sure that it doesn't show that I'm struggling. But obviously I'm supposed to be like the weaker vessel, but we try. We push.
I get that.
So in the light of what you said of this whole guys trying to sexualize girls and everything, is there a way that it can be managed? Because there are times, especially politicians. I'm not gonna lie, especially politicians. Maybe when girls are, maybe these carnival girls are asked, because we know that you run a carnival team.
Yeah.
So when they are asked to go dance for politicians or these big men in particular,
events.
and then they want to take advantage of them, and you know they have the power financially, everything, they have the power. So, like, how is this thing managed?
Well, first off, what I try to teach my girls at the Borderless Carnival team is you have to respect yourself first.
Okay.
Before everyone else can respect
That's
you.
true.
And if you're dressed the way you dress, you get me. So if you're not properly covered by the time you're going for the event, obviously somebody will think you want to sell your market. So they will start, making passes at you and all of that. Which is why we came up in our company with this thing called the company shirts. So when we're going for events, everybody wears company shirts until we need to change into costumes. Now, once we are done changing into costumes, everybody is in one section. We stay together. We go and perform, come back together, and we live together.
Okay.
And then we have this orientation that you're not allowed to like talk. Not that you cannot talk to people. Yeah, you can make friends and all of that. But once you notice the person is being
too forward and everything.
You need to, call yourself back or tell the person, oh, speak to my manager.
Yeah.
Once you do that, the person knows that, oh, these people, they have protocol here, they have respect for themselves. And
because by the time we start all this exchange of numbers, all of those things, it's just crazy.
It becomes something else, and then before you know, people start saying, is that how girls are now? They are just, it's not my girls, we're not cheap.
Oh, great. Now, there's a question here that says, what's your take on people saying that carnival promotes indecency?
I don't think it's true.
Okay.
Carnival is a work of art.
Okay.
Carnival is an ensemble of art. Carnival is more than that thing you see on the road. It's a whole process. Like now we've gotten the theme for this year, Traces of Time.
Yeah.
People have already started working on this thing. They're already working on the scripts. They're already working on the sections. They're planning the costumes, planning the floats, planning the king and queen outfits, every whole thing. Now, the dances you see, there are some people that create dances that are very sexual, there are some costumes that, portray nudity and all of that. But I can proudly say in Seagull Band, that is not our aim.
Okay.
We come there to play the carnival, to have fun, first of all.
Yeah.
Interpret our, theme, and then make sure that everything we wear is culturally and socially acceptable, which is why if you check our pictures from previous years, if you see our front line girl outfit, it is well covered.
Oh, really?
Yes. Our patron does not like that. Mommy likes you to be fully dressed. Senator Florence Itagiwa will not allow you expose your body and go on the streets of Calabar. She's an Ekaiban, obviously.
Yes,
so
yes.
She has something cultural about her that does not allow her, give room for all those things.
Yeah.
So if you see any band doing that, perhaps that is their approach to it. And maybe it works for them. But for us, it is a no-no in Seagull Band.
Right.
We don't take that.
Can I just ask, because in general, in this, the people who like to say the industry is dangerous, and I personally believe that. So I'm saying, what does it take? Like, how far do you have to place a boundary from yourself, from these people and the things that they do, to show that, oh, I stand by my values. I stand by what I believe in. I stand by what I was raised by. How do you do that as a person in the industry like that?
I think it's just like in life, right? So if you say you're a Christian, it should not just be with your words or with the things you post online. It should transcend all of that, even to the physicality, right?
Exactly.
So even in the entertainment industry, there are people that do not believe in Christ, whether you know it or not.
Definitely.
People that believe in other things. No shaming people that don't believe in Christ here, please. But I believe that if you set certain boundaries for yourself, you just tell yourself, oh, maybe they are going to, this no shade people that smoke, please. If maybe they're going to smoke or going to do some things that you do not do, it's all right for you to tell them, oh, I'm going to see you later. I'm sorry, I don't get down like that. That's not, you just walk away. It doesn't mean you're hating on them, right?
Yeah.
But when it gets to the creative space, it's your ability to divide between them doing things you do not like and you putting in the work when it counts. That is what really matters. You don't have to be friends with everybody, but you can work with everybody. You just have to find a way to work with them in a way that, makes everything flow seamlessly. So it doesn't seem like you're being biased in one way or another.
So you don't have to be friends with everybody, but you can work with everybody. So I think we have just two more questions before we go to the next segment. People often say dance has a spirit, dance has a spirit. So they say it is alleged that a combi has a water spirit. This one has this one spirit. That one has that one spirit. So what is your take? And they said sometimes for a dancer to fully actualize or interpret this dance, the spirit must somehow come upon you, and then shamama, and then you will just dance. So what's your take on that?
Well, firstly, I'm an Ifo girl.
Okay.
So I will speak from two perspectives.
Yes.
Now, like I said, dance is art. Dance is art. The person that taught me how to dance Ekombi is not an Ifo person. I learned Ekombi from Odushile Charles. And he's a Yoruba man, a poor Ijebu man that does not know much about our Ifo here. But he learns the dance, learns the count, learns the movements, learns the flows and everything. And he was able to teach me. Right. And I now interpret it in my own way. So the way I dance Ekombi is different from the way Shile would dance his. Do you understand? So I feel like, yeah, I've seen this whole spirit thing happen before. There's a dance that we call Udomiya. It's basically in reverence to the mermaid herself, Ananta, right? Okay. So I've seen people do this dance and they are gone, like they are physically.
But
they're
you
physically
love.
dead.
God.
Pause. Pause. Oh God, no.
No. Have you gone far?
That's. Oh my goodness.
I'm done.
Sorry.
I'm scared.
But it's true. Yeah, I've seen somebody dance to the point that she was floating in the air. Yeah.
I actually heard a story.
Stop.
I mean, that there's a lady that she danced, like she danced till she reached the river.
Yeah.
And she entered into the river. Like, these things happen.
Yeah. To the point that drums can stop, but they're still hearing it in their head somewhere. And they're still on rhythm, they're still on beat, they're still following every count. And every
I'm not even getting it. Sounds like something straight out of African magic.
No, but let me just chip in something there. I agree to that because I remember one time, my secondary school year, I went to Access High School. And then one time I was dancing. Yeah, we went our alma mater. So we went to Access and I danced. Now I don't dance. Now I'm full and I'm glorious. So I don't dance anymore. I'm full of glory. So I don't dance anymore. And then one time when they were during inter-house sports, they were dancing a combi and we noticed some swirling in the air. Someone actually started the noticing, and then we noticed the whole whirlwind in the air and everything. So I don't know. You're a dancer, so you speak from the perspective of a dancer.
Well, yes. But I do know, there's the spiritual part of it.
Yes.
But I also know that there's the physical part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can learn a combi without all the spirituality attached.
And it will still be sweet.
It will still be sweet. It
okay.
will still be sweet.
It's sweet.
I hope so, because I don't want someone floating in the middle of my occasion.
Crazy!
Imagine you invite someone to come and dance and
they're floating. Like Lord take me. You would wonder if trumpet has
they follow certain rules. There are certain rules, yeah.
Oh right.
I cannot say those rules online.
Okay.
But there are certain rules. There are certain things you do not do before you give yourself to it like that. Right. Like it needs to take over you. There are certain things you're not expected to do between a couple of days. There are certain things you're not supposed to be wearing in order to be able to do that dance. There's a certain color you're supposed to wear to do that dance to that level for it to carry you. There are certain things you need to carry in order to be able to do that dance. So it's a whole package entirely. And which is why that dance is on serious ceremonies. Mostly for the Obong of Calabar, having a coronation or something, or they are going to worship and answer herself. Yeah, stuff like that. That's only when that Udomiya comes. It's not like an everyday thing. But the normal combi can be done anywhere,
without spirit,
anytime, without spirit. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'll ask one question and then John will ask one question before we go to the next section on costuming. I've seen some of your costumes, and I mean, guys, I've worked with Nkese. She's a beautiful. Take your flowers. She's a beautiful costumier. And I like to ask, how do you come up with your costumes? Do you like maybe your wash like or how do you do it?
Yeah, what's your artistic process?
Well, okay, so I think that was last year. We created a costume for an after party event planner, alpha planners, and the first time she contacted me and she's like, "Oh, please, I want to create carnival costumes for my after party girls." And I'm like, "Ha!" I remember talking to my friend Shama, and I'm like, "Shama, we have work to do." And Shama is like, "Enki, what are we gonna do?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just going to go online and just watch videos, see pictures and stuff that will inspire me, from the Caribbean, TNT carnival and stuff like that." So I just watch a couple of things and then I speak to her and ask, what her vision is, because it's very important to understand what your client wants.
Exactly.
That's when you can, tell it. So I do the first set for her. She's like, "Oh, she likes it," but then she feels like there's something missing, that she wants a little bit of this, a little bit of that. She gives me her color palette that she wants, and I'm like, okay, fine. And so it's mostly, sometimes it's trial and error.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try and you just, there's how I might try something and then keep it from afar and look at it and I'm like, I feel like if I add this, I add that. Or I ask opinions from people. Like my friend Shama is always with me. Shama is like my trusted psychic. He's always there.
Yeah.
So he's the one I disturb the most. I'm like, "Shama, what do you think about this?" So it's always important to have like a second eye, because that person helps you see things that you're not seeing when you're creating.
Right,
so you cannot feel like you're know it all.
That's
You cannot
all.
know it all. Because sometimes a little bit, like sometimes Shama might be like, "Okay, I feel like if you use Swarovskis for this point to be just," he might just say it as a joke, and I tried and it looked amazing.
Sorry, you said you should use what? Swarovskis?
Swarovski stones.
I'm not even going to ask for
If
that.
that's what was in my mind, I will even bother
I'm not even
asking.
going to
Just continue.
Honestly.
Yes, so it can work that way, yeah. And then when we were making feathers, we can combine different kinds of feathers. We use ostrich, we use different feathers just to achieve a certain picture. So it's just, I feel like there's some point when I make costumes and I just, my spirit tells me,
it is
this is the one.
It is time.
Average. My
Wait,
dear,
let me ask something. She just said using ostrich.
I heard it. I just heard it and
You let it slide. Have you ever seen an ostrich with your eyes?
Ostrich feathers. They sell it in the market too. It's there in the market, yes.
I am. No, I think. See,
the
next episode of Dignity, I'm appearing with the ostrich feathers. I'm coming out
but
with
like,
it.
on a more serious note, what's the weirdest or like the one piece where that you've made it and you just felt like, should I have done this? Should I have used this? Should I, like, what's a piece you've done where you just felt like,
I did a piece with cowries. Yeah, it was supposed to be like for an abstract thing, and I just after doing it, I'm like, I feel like this one will not follow. So I had to scatter the whole thing
and start again.
restart,
Right.
So have you ever been in a situation where you didn't feel like it was good, but then you showed it to everyone and they were like, "Oh my god,
beautiful."
Yes, I've seen that a lot of times. Like, it has happened a lot to me.
Okay, thank you very, very much, Enki.
Yeah.
So I think we are, John, you done with questions?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
This is like the first part of the entire episode done. I'm just going to say this. Like, subscribe,
share, watch.
Get our videos out there. Come on, guys.
Every single thing you need.
Love doing this.
We'll
and us to be able to keep doing this. You guys have to keep loving
supporting us.
Keep supporting. So like, subscribe.
Yes. Everything you need, YouTube, for NK2, her Facebook, Instagram, everything will appear on the screen and also at the end. Yeah. So there's something that we've introduced here. It's called 60 seconds question and answer. John, please put on the timer. Take water first.
Water.
Yes, it is time. Timer for what? 60 seconds, 1 minute. And then we will have the Reddit where we will react to at least 3 or 4 stories. So are you ready?
Very ready.
Timer on.
Yep, timer is on.
And your time starts. Okay, so the rules of the simple. I'll read and you answer, and then if you don't know it, you just say skip. So, and your time starts now. Text or caller. Gary or rice.
Gary.
Night crawler or early bird.
Early bird.
If you had the opportunity to be invisible in 4 hours, for 4 hours in this world, what would you do?
I will kill somebody.
Yeah, slap or knock.
Slap.
Favorite color.
Purple.
Most expensive thing you have.
Shoes.
Spell Ecclesiastes backward.
Oh my god, skip.
Spell cross backward.
SSORC.
Oh, iPhone or Samsung.
iPhone.
Nokia or Techno.
Nokia.
Fame or riches.
Fame.
Trousers or skirt.
Trousers.
Fan or AC.
AC.
What's thing that's happened to you this year?
Nothing yet.
What most embarrassing thing that has happened to you this year?
Nothing yet.
Makeup or natural?
Natural.
Tall guys or average guys?
Tall guys.
Fat or slim?
Slim.
Lime or bitter leaf?
Lime.
Beads or jewelries?
Beads.
Outing or indoors?
3,
Indoors.
2, 1.
Friends or no friends?
No friends.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Girl, you cannot swear Ecclesiastes backward.
I would have to think it.
Bro, I was shook when she said invisible for 4
She said
hours.
Q.
I'll give that one, yes.
Okay, so let's
Oh my
have
God.
Reddit. Ready.
Okay, so
She says it's a joke.
The joke, enjoy.
okay,
So let's have like 3 or 4 Reddit and call it a wrap.
yeah. Okay, this let me open this one.
Okay.
This one looks juicy. This is employee Reddit. What's a crazy story you have had as an employee? It says a few years ago, I was a kitchen manager at a place in Charlotte, NC. I don't know if it's common knowledge or not, but drug use in kitchens is very. No, I don't think I want to read this story now because I don't think it's very appropriate
Drugs.
for the
Drug use
video.
in the kitchen.
No, I don't think that's
Wow.
appropriate. I think
Please next Reddit.
next one. Oh
Next
God,
Reddit. That's crazy.
that was not even appropriate. Wait,
No. That's all.
jeez, I don't even know which one is good anymore. No, that's just a little crazy.
Can have just like 2 more.
Wait. Wow. I think this is a little too crazy, to be honest. I think we should go to the next.
Okay. Okay, so we'll have Reddit in our next episode, guys. Girl,
Yeah, girl.
like this was very interesting. Thank you very
This
much.
was
I've
good.
learned a lot. I'm sure John has learned how to flute
Nah,
in
Yeah,
this
that is
ostrich feather.
I've been shocked by so many statements that have just been said in passing. So, like, guy, the ostrich thing was weird. The fact that you casually said you were going to kill somebody if you were invisible.
There are
crazy.
people on the red list.
Yes.
Even the like whole floating thing, brother. I believe in all this. I believe they happen. I believe it's real. So, dude, I was just shocked by all of that. I was shocked.
Okay, so Eddie, please, for the sake of the viewers, just mention your social media handles that they can follow.
Okay. On TikTok, Nkese Bocco. On Instagram, Nkese Bocco. On Facebook, Nkese Bocco. Everywhere is the same.
Everywhere is Nkese Bocco.
Nkese
Okay.
Bocco, just check.
Okay, John, you.
Oh, I don't know my handles.
I think we should have a handle
think
called
we should.
20 and searching.
No,
You can change it now.
absolutely not.
Change by next will be like 21.
Absolutely
21 and
not.
searching. Next is
Absolutely
23
not.
and
I will
searching.
get fried by all my friends. Absolutely
Okay,
not.
okay.
Jeez.
So,
So like
Instagram.
I think my stuff will be down in the description because I really don't know it off.
Okay, so for the channel, it is Daniel's Generation. You just
Yes.
check the channel and then you subscribe. Please subscribe, watch.
Subscribe.
Until we see you next episode.
Yeah. So guys, like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.
I want you guys to answer. Put it right in the comments.
Yes,
the
exactly.
question that she got asked and what she said.
Said.
So see you guys next.
There'll be a surprise.
Oh,
A surprise.
oh yeah, there'll be a surprise.
Whoever wins it, there'll be a surprise.
Whoever gets that first. So we're going to see you guys next episode. We've been Dig with D, and this has been an amazing time. Have fun.
Thank you. Bye.